Hey guys, welcome to day 14 of Satisfactory with the Derps. Today we are rearranging Steelworks 1 yet again. We have new recipes that we unlocked on our maintenance cycle, so we are ramping up that production, ready to send it all the way over to the computer factory that Sheridan is building for the Space Elevator project, Phase 3 items. Enjoy the stream.
And boom.
Boom.
Oh, there we are. Oh wow.
Hello.
So yeah, we were talking about the whole quartz stuff yesterday.
Indeed.
And I mentioned an alternative, more compact method of laying out the constructors with equal distribution feeding.
Yes. Your character's doing that nodding thing again. Yeah. I've got it on string this time. Sorry, go on. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, let's head over to the blueprint designer and see if we can come up with
let's go.
something that we can
See what we
put
can
in there.
do.
Yes. So this one we've got 4 tiles, so we're gonna have to see if we can squeeze it in here.
I'm gonna watch you from up here.
Yeah. So first and foremost, the whole idea is to, at minimum, cover the 4 pairs of quartz crystal. Why do I keep swapping those 2 labels?
I've freaking written down the same.
Quartz crystal and silica. We need 4 of one and 5 of the other. So the whole point of this is kind of to try and see if we can compact at least 4 pairs of those together in effectively this little space. And to do that, we need some kind of subflooring. So gonna make use of a little trick, because generally speaking, I'm not too fond of including foundations as part of my blueprints if I can avoid it. See, that's not the way it needs to point that way.
Gotta get the orientation right.
Yes. But in this case, we are going to need at least some base foundation to build on, because we're going to put the equal distribution feeding underneath the constructors. So what I'm going to do is, once I've built the setup, I'm going to remove the foundation and then blueprint it. The reason being, if you don't have the foundations in it, you can grab this blueprint and install it in a pre-existing build. If you have the foundations as part of the build, it makes it a lot more difficult, because then you are forced to place the machines aligned to the existing foundations, and you may want to put it someplace else.
I can contest to that. I had issues with that with the new truck stop area yesterday.
Yes, and that's why I try to avoid putting them in. Okay, so
yeah, lesson learned there, definitely.
We know that we're gonna need 2 constructors. One is gonna do silica, and one is gonna do quartz crystal. Brain, get it right. My thinking here is that we kind of compact it together a bit.
One is going to do silica quartz, and the other is going to do crystal silica.
Yes. Okay, so placement of this doesn't matter to begin with, though experience tells me that I can place a constructor center aligned on a foundation, so that puts this center aligned in the foundation as well.
Oh, is this the back-to-back variant? Okay.
So here I'm putting this with the output facing west, lining it up to the AI smart splitter as closely as I can, and then turn 180, flip the machine 180, do the same thing.
Bring it back, avoid the collision.
There we go. And with this, that's the basic template. So if I go place one there, and one there, that's 4. Flip the other way. Repeat on the other side, like that. And then I just need smart splitters that are that have their inputs pointing towards me, and put them in between. And that's the core setup. From here, we know that let's pick a side, east or west for quartz crystal.
East.
East it is. Okay, so quartz crystal goes in this guy and this guy. And yes, game, I know that I have a parachute. I didn't need you to deploy it. Thank you.
And I'll do the silica.
And then we'll do the silica on the other side. Now, the quartz crystal wants 22.5 in. 37.5 in. And the silica wants 22.5 in. So in total, that's 60 coming into the smart splitter, which means we can easily use Mark 1 belts. So we're going to connect these up with Mark 1s.
I like the idea of this machine, but it would have been so much better if they just gave us like another build gun like that you could go and build what you want out in the wild, and then tag it all just like you can the destructor gun, and then just go right now create a blueprint out of that.
Yeah, that would be nice. Right, so because these want more, we're gonna set the left output of the whatchamahavots, the smart splitter, to the raw quartz, and then we're gonna block the center, and we're going to set the right output to overflow. That ensures that the east constructor gets filled up first.
Oh, so the top splitters up here do not join with each other then? They're being fed from the distribution system below?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just making sure I'm following the logic.
There we go. Now we do have a little bit of an issue because this blueprint will actually end up sticking out.
These have not set.
Huh?
These two didn't set. That's weird.
Did?
Yeah, I've just seen you configure them, but these two up here for me haven't set.
It should be.
Weird.
No, for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dragon.
Oh, it's there now. Server desync. Oh,
yeah.
I'm on your head.
Okay, so next part is getting through the floor. So, and this is then going to be an issue down there. So we may have to, because it's not going to let us put the
regular input
here.
In. Yeah.
No. But we can fix that afterwards because we do have the next size of this available to us.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
we can do the initial blueprint here, and then
when we put the Mark II variant of this up, we can reload it in and then make the needed adjustments.
Yes. We just hook these up.
Again, Mark I's.
Again, once we're only getting 60 in, so no need for excessive resources on that.
Just making sure.
And depending on the build itself, of course, for this particular blueprint, I'm going to include power poles for these.
Okay.
solely for the purpose of being able to put this anywhere.
Yeah.
So, and this power pole is going to be a little bit of an issue, so that's going to have to
That'll
be
get
adjusted
readjusted.
afterwards.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just a matter of getting some poles in here. Again, this side is going to have to be adjusted.
Do you want them connected?
Yes. There. Oh. Connect that one. Connect this guy there. These two in the middle are going to be the cross connectors. And this guy to that guy. There we go.
Oh, you've cross-connected the right and the middle. Okay.
Yes. I figured that's the easiest part, because then you can
adjust
outside connect to any one of the poles that is on the outside of the blueprint.
Yep. And you don't
just
have
makes
to
it a little
worry and forget about when we move this pole or move that pole. Oh, we've got to cross-connect it.
Exactly. Okay, so let's deal with the quartz crystal side first. So out of this, assuming we're running at 100%, we get 22.5 per minute per constructor. So 22.5 times 4 comes to a total of 90. Which means, for the most part, junk coming out of here will fit on Mark 1 belts. But since we need an actual output from this, we're going to put a merger here. So the output from that guy will have to be a Mark 2 belt. And we can plonk down mergers here and here. That will then let us connect there. Oop.
Mark 1 belts connecting you?
Mark 1 belts connecting these, yes. That guy, and this guy, and that guy, and that guy. There we go. So that's, this is effectively what we need to replicate on the other side, except we may have to adjust the belt size a little bit, because here we're getting
37.5. Yeah.
Yes, which means we will, on 2 constructors,
need to run Mark 2 belts.
Slightly surpass a Mark 1, so that's going to be Mark 2 belts. Same procedure. Plonk a merger there, and a merger on either side, and that's it. Switch to Mark 2s. At least the connecting ones here in the middle will have to be Mark 2s. Coming from each constructor, a Mark 1 is sufficient.
Voila.
So the connection between the 3 merges is a Mark 2. And on the outside of this, it's going to have to be a Mark 3 belt, because the total output is 150. So on the silica side, it's a Mark 3. On the quartz crystal side, it's a Mark 2. And this is essentially the top part of it. The bottom part is then equal distribution, which we're going to do now. Again, here we are missing 1 because we can't build on the edge of the blueprint. But what we can do is essentially, if we band together, we can tear down the southwest corner of this plot all the way up. And then we can plonk down the next level blueprint designer, and then we can fix the blueprint right away.
Do you want me to do that whilst you're doing what you're doing down here?
No. I mean, let's tag along so your viewers don't miss the last bit of it.
Oh, fair on. Yeah, true.
Right, so let's just assume here, because why not? In reality, it doesn't matter which of the two sides we choose. I picked this one just because random reasons. Equal distribution, we need a division between these two, so we'll put a, let's see, that's gonna have to be there. So put a splitter, I think, actually, can we place it there? Let's see. Yeah, we might be able to. No. Okay, so it has to be moved up by 1. Let's grab a fresh. So we'll put it here instead, and then do the straight belts in. Keep in mind, each of these can only accept 60. So it's sufficient putting up a Mark 1 belt. This guy needs to be...
You should be able to align it now.
There. Then when it comes time to fix the blueprint, we just need to add another conveyor lift and belt on the other side. And then right here, just because it is easier to line them up this way, knock that down, that one is aligned with the other two, then I can move back and just get this guy to go blue, like that.
Oh, is that how you get that like that?
Kill it up, and we know that the innermost expects 120, so for these we're going to use Mark 2 belts, and then we can push in a Mark 3 belt with resources. Job done. So this is then the input, and that's basically it. That puts up 8 constructors in a 4x4 space with complete equal distribution load balancing on the inputs. That's it.
Very nice. And then, so...
Nothing too complicated?
So, no. Next question.
Yes?
Assuming we wanted to make this tileable, what would we adjust? So if we wanted to repeat this on another floor, for the higher when you upgrade to the next mining tier, I mean.
To do that, it will require a bit more space, simply because there's not a whole lot of space left in this.
No, there's not.
On this floor, but essentially speaking, what we can do is we can try and cheat a little bit, because we do have this maintenance floor downstairs. Since we have the input sitting on this side, we can then cheat a little bit and plunk down a conveyor hole right there. Because we should be able to, at least to some extent on one of the floors, we should be able to put down a splitter here.
Yeah, I was going to say, just
essentially
add another splitter in, and then
yes,
split off to the floor above.
Yes,
and then repeat the rest. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then just hook in conveyor lifts. Just for convenience, we could put another one up here. That way, it's multiple choice.
Yeah.
And then get rid of whichever ones don't fit the design that we want to go with. So, and there's a dragon. Hey, dragon.
Hey, dragon. And then I suppose off of these sides, you could add another merger in, and then conveyor lift down into that merger the product from the floor above.
Yes.
And then again, adjust belts going out to whatever needed speeds would be.
But it is going to take a little bit of extra floor space to do that.
Yep.
And that's kind of the reason why I didn't want the flooring in here. Simply because then you can take this entire blueprint and notch it into place halfway into a foundation and you're set. Because technically speaking, you're going to need one more foundation to fit conveyor lifts out here.
Well, I'm thinking that's output, right?
That's output, yes.
Input would be here, so you could, if you don't mind a little bit of overlapping.
Well, yes, you could do input there if you don't mind the clipping, and take it from above and just run it down here. But then you would have to flip, tear down and flip the merger upstairs. But that's a tiny adjustment compared
no, you would.
to
I see what
having
you're saying.
to
Yeah.
build the entire thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I
but
got
let's,
curiosity, guys.
but let's blueprint this guy, and then we'll speed tear down this and put the other one up so we can fix this blueprint. For now, I'm gonna leave the foundations in just to make it easier for us to adjust it afterwards.
So we can adjust it, yeah, on the big one. Okay.
Yes.
What walls do I need to take down? Is it just the west?
Basically the 3 catwalk levels on the south and the west side.
South and west. Okay. No problem.
Start from the top.
You notice those containers that you guys, or the, what do you call it, those square units that you have up there that change the belt stuff and like that. If you notice the top of the unit, it has a little slot on the top.
Yeah.
Who has the screwdriver to turn that?
That's a good
Sorry.
question.
I was thinking coins. You need a big coin, you know. Big,
Yes, it's not a screwdriver slot. That's a coin slot. You're absolutely right, Dragon.
I'm sorry. I just looked at it and said, doesn't that look like a screwdriver?
Yeah.
I told you there's going to be shenanigans when I come around.
We're gonna add in a new category here that says.
I can just see them trying to do that.
That says warning Derps at work.
Production.
Non-OSHA compliant.
Non-OSHA compliant.
Non-OSHA compliance here.
Compliance is necessary. Not here today. Dragons in the house. Yeah, I can't stay long too, though. I overslept today.
Quartz.
I didn't play that. We played that other game, was it, till 3 o'clock this morning. And yesterday we played till like almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, holy addiction. What's with those diamonds or triangles or whatever it is in these? Is that the pattern on these?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. See the way it breaks the pattern up?
Oh, okay, they're corners. Ah, okay, they're in the corners.
Yep.
And apparently I can't spell today. Again.
Herpin, derpin, jerpin?
Silica. Quartz.
No, it's quartz silica.
Structure, Setup. There we go. Okay. Architecture, that's not where I said.
Oh, he's playing
I
with
said
crystals,
it
folks. Look at
here.
it. What crystals?
Why would you not let me?
Well, I gave you guys both of them up too.
Thank you, sir. You're a gent.
Thank you, sir. No, because no, I don't want to say that
do it too. So at least somebody got in there and did it.
Right. Area deconstructed.
For whatever reason, it will not let me put the blueprint in production. That's freaking annoying.
In where? Production?
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Come
just
out.
created
Come,
production.
come right out of that.
Yeah.
Then click set directory again.
Yes, that's what I
Oh,
do.
and you've done
and
that.
it has put it in.
Go onto the blueprint.
Architecture.
Click edit.
What?
Click the blueprint.
For
Click edit.
down at the bottom.
And now go.
You got, what's it
Now
there?
drag it into production.
Yeah, there. See at the bottom? It says edit.
There's no dragging. It doesn't drag.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, there. That you just had your head. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
but
I
it-
can't
look-
drag it into production.
Now drop it.
Wow. I've only done that a couple of times.
Derpy game
Oh.
today.
Yeah.
Did it this time?
Save blueprint. Okay.
I was gonna say, I'm sure I've done that like a couple of times myself.
What?
There it is. You got
Why
it
is
there
that-
now. Excellent. Make sure you
It's
I see.
duped it.
What? Edit. Can I get rid of this? Why has it put it in here twice? Remove. Confirm. Thank you. Apply changes. Thank you. It's a bit glitchy.